Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Reavyne and welcome back to my channel. Now, last night there was another Warriors Den live stream and this was a big one. We got a massive Q&A, which I got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about there. We got a bunch of news at the start and we got the brand new roadmap, which gave us the reveal date for the brand new Season 10 Samurai Hero. So we'll be going over all of that, but first of all, let's kick it off with the news. Up first is the Faction Challenge. This thing's going from the 5th of April until the 8th of April and it is called the Dominant Vanquisher, so be the faction with the most wins in Dominion, and of course whether you come first, second or third, you get scaling rewards. Next up is the arcade thing, and it is the Fukuro Festival, and it is the weekly arcade quest that's available for Marching Fire owners. So yeah, for those of you who need Marching Fire in order to play this thing, it's a bit of a bitch. But this thing will run from the 4th of April until the 11th of April. Next up, we're going to be looking at the roadmap. So of course, we have the Fukuro Festival, which I just talked about, Dominant Vanquisher, which I just talked about, and then later on the 12th, there's an extra XP Fest. That thing is fucking awesome, followed by a to-be-revealed thing, which, it looks kind of snowy in the picture there. Blurred, but it looks snowy. So that is the thing. Then we're going to have the Year 3 Season 1 Faction War results. Hopefully they actually talk about the Faction War. Maybe we get some updates there. But then pretty much it's just more of the same until we get to the 25th, where it says the Year 3 Season 2 reveal stream. So they have this massive stream to reveal the brand new hero and all that sort of stuff for the brand new season. And of course we're going to be getting the Samurai hero there. So we're going to get a first look at him. It's going to be fucking cool. We're going to see what he looks like. We already know he's going to be having this two-handed massive double head axe thing. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this guy plays and what he looks like armor-wise, customization-wise, so on and so forth. I cannot wait. But 25th, that's going to be a very big day. But with the roadmap out of the way, up next is the content of the week, and we are getting Fairy Lights Effect. So this thing, which is available for all heroes, is essentially, hey, listen, it's pretty much Na'vi. We got Na'vi rocking around, either that or Tinkerbell. Take your pick, whichever one you want. We got that. I'm going to go with Tinkerbell because Na'vi, I love her, but god damn, she's fucking annoying. Although Ocarina of Time was a fucking great game. And now we're going to move on to the Q&A section of this video. So I basically took the question, I summarized the answers. That way, you know, we're not going to be sitting here for fucking ever answering these things. That way you can get the quick information in and out and we're good to go. So first question is, will heroes be getting another round of buffs so all heroes are viable essentially? And the way they answered this, they essentially said that they do know that a bunch of heroes still need buffs, like the Kensei. He got his rework first. It was awesome, but he still has 600 MS side lights, which is essentially useless. We all know that. And there's other heroes that are virtually the same, where they have certain things which were all good back in the day. Even like, you know, recently as a couple seasons ago. But now that the game is evolving in such a way, those characters and certain parts of their kit are now shit and unviable. So they're looking to, of course, buff those things. But they have to balance it between all these other important things they got going on, like the brand new heroes, the reworks, and other stuff like that. They're always looking to balance heroes accordingly, and they're looking to buff everyone up. They don't want anyone to get left behind. But of course, it's resource management on their behalf, but they are looking to get everyone to a semi-playable state. So that way, everyone's competitive. That's the goal, at least from what they said. Next question was, will they optimize customization options? And they said they're looking at updating all the old roster to allow more customization options. They're starting with the Berserker. That's their main little goal right now, to try and, you know, get certain things for him. That's why with the Wu Lin, when it comes to, like, you know, the patterns on their clothes and all that sort of stuff, and the Black Prior, they gave a lot more options there, and they're looking to basically retroactively apply that to all the older heroes. So that way they get more customization, they get more color options, and overall it should just give you more agency to basically make your dude look the way you want. That's their goal, at least, with all the older heroes. Next question, will they update the Manions? And the answer is yes. They said that the Manions are looking rather old. They want to make them more historic looking. They want to make them look cooler and more up to date and fit the theme a lot more than what they currently are. And it was a valid question to raise because, of course, when we have all these different events, they usually change the Manions. And then they go back to just being their old shitty selves. You know, they're okay for what they are, but they're getting dated now, so it's good that they're looking to update that. because minions need love too. Next question was a big one. It's with the knowledge of the game that the devs have now, would they go back and fix / take anything out or change anything from what they did at the start? And essentially they said they're looking to do what they're doing now with the brand new heroes and all that sort of stuff. So they're looking to move away from the defensive meta. They're trying to get away from that because when the game was first conceived, the game was about being very defensive essentially. Okay, it was about, I'm going to block all this. You make one little mistake and I punish you for it, but then the most time we're sitting there just smacking each other and not much is happening. And then of course when that got into the hands of the public, we all like crushing shit, so we all started just fucking wailing on each other, and the devs were like, well shit. It turns out they're all a bunch of fucking uncouth swine and they're just hitting each other with sticks as much as they can. So now they're looking to push into more of an aggressive style, and they're looking to stop the whole running away meta where, some people, they'll go, I'm getting my ass kicked, and they run away like bitches. They're looking to stop that. So they're looking to push it into a more aggressive meta, a more anti-running away meta, and a less turtle meta. And we can see that with the amount of, bashes and all this sort of stuff that all the brand new heroes are getting. They're all getting ways to open everyone up. Everyone has an opener now, so that way you can't turtle as much. They're looking to do it, and they're doing a good job of it. They just need to keep going with it, and that's their goal. Next question was, how is the team dealing with balancing between casuals, mid-level, and pros? So essentially, he talked a lot about data and all this sort of stuff, and when they did the state of balance and all that sort of stuff between Setmix, who does all the pro stuff, and of course what their data's saying. But what they want to do in a nutshell is they want to basically make it so that the moves that the pro players use will be sort of the same that the casual players will use. They want to try and make it so everyone sort of plays the same way in terms of how the toolkit works. That way they can build a bridge between the casuals and the pros, because the pros will abuse any little thing they fucking can just to eke out a tiny, minuscule little edge over their opponent. Yet the casuals were running on fire, just fucking wildly swinging at people, hoping they hit something while screaming and shitting their pants. But they're having a good time. So they're trying to balance the heroes in a way that both parties will essentially be doing similar stuff, and that way it won't be so drastic that if the pro players are doing one thing that the casuals don't do, the pro players are just going to shit on everything and the casual players are going to get shit on. This way, at least if they're doing the same stuff, they should technically get similar results, essentially. Hopefully they can build a bridge and no one gets shat on. But that's always going to be a difficult one, of course, because the casual players will never be as good as the pro players, and the pro players will always be just the best of the best, crush everyone, and there will always be that gap. Focus on the middle. That massive middle, focus on that. Next question is, will Vikings get more tattoo designs? And they said, fuck yeah, they're working on more tattoo designs. They think it's a really good idea. They're going to basically get a whole bunch of ideas together, throw it over to the guys who do the tattoos, and then from there, they should be able to make stuff. Obviously, they're just talking about it now, so it's going to take a while, but we should be getting more tattoo designs in the future, which is awesome. They also asked the question if Highlander's going to get pants. First of all, I'm offended. I'm not even Scottish. Have you seen his thighs? Why the fuck would you want to cover up those thighs? Those are glorious. Do not fucking cover those. But they essentially said, no, he's Scottish. He has amazing thighs. They don't want to go giving him pants. They said they're open to it, but let's be honest, they don't want to fuck with the heritage and all the kilts and all that sort of jazz. So they're probably not going to do much with it. And plus, like I said, his thighs are awesome. He needs to show them to the world. And anyone who would deny him that deserves to be set on fire. Protein shakes for days. Next question was, have they thought about changing how parry works? And they said they did a test where they changed the timing of parry from 200 down to 167 ms, and essentially it didn't really make that much of a change in the test groups they did. No one freaked the fuck out, so that's always a good thing. And the fact they didn't even break the game, that's also another good thing. But they said something that was very interesting, and I brought it up in my previous video when I talked about the brand new samurai hero and what I think I would like to see from him. But I said blocking was an issue, and that character was all about being an anti-block character, and they basically said the same thing. They said blocking is a bigger issue right now than parry is, because when you block stuff, you can just sit there and turtle the fuck up. The only thing that can stop you is an opener or like a bash or something, right? But if you predict the bash, of course, you can just dodge out of the way and get a free hit. If you block, you can block heavies, you can block lights. Of course, unblockables are a thing. But for the most part, blocks are a bigger issue, because if you go for a block, it's pretty much safe unless it's an unblockable or an opener. If you go for a parry, though, it's a little bit dangerous, because if you fuck that parry timing up, you're going to cop it. So they said they might, do that change to parry where they make it, say, 167 ms instead of 200 to tighten it a little bit, because that didn't fuck anything. But overall, they're looking more at people blocking, because from the previous answers, they're trying to get rid of the defensive meta a bunch more and that turtle meta. So it makes sense. But blocking's a core part of the game, so they have to be careful. Next question was essentially, can they change reflex guards to be standard? Now, I fucking hate reflex guards. I can't stand it. But their answer was essentially, no, reflex guards are a thing. But what they can do is for Gladiator and Shinobi, where the reflex guard timings are worse or shitter than the other assassins, what they can do is bring it up to speed so they're all unified, which is a fucking no-brainer in my mind, but at least they're looking to do that. Next question was, will there be any Wu Lin maps? And the guy essentially said, oh, sure, we can't really now, like, you know, for salad. So he was very flippant about it, which essentially means, yes, they're going to be bringing out Wu Lin maps. I am pretty dead set on the fact that they'll bring out the Wu Lin maps when they release the brand new Wu Lin hero. So we will be getting Wu Lin maps at some point. It's just, they have to. Like, you can't add a faction and then just, like, you know, neglect them when it comes to all the other content that everyone else gets. So his answer was basically, yeah, but no time frame. And then we move on to the last question of the day, and this one was a really, really good one. Are there plans for any single color patterns or no color patterns? And they brought up the fact that we have Black Parry, who essentially doesn't have many color pattern type things going on with him. It's very laid back compared to the rest. And he talked a bit about stuff, how they've been trying to test it out with the Wu Lin heroes, Black Parry, so on and so forth. But then at the end, he just like whipped out his dick and dropped it on the fucking table and said, oh yeah, we're going to be removing 90 neutral color patterns, and we're just going to be stuffing them into the attacker and defender ones. Holy fucking god, yes. For the longest time, I've wanted all these fucking neutral color patterns that look so goddamn good to be in the attacker defenders. Now, their old stick was that it's really hard to identify who's who when you're fighting. Now, I can sort of get that, but at the same time, it doesn't... I'd rather look cool and maybe take an extra second to be like, is this guy on my team? Oh, he's not. Okay, stab him in the back. Then, you know, look like shit for the most part, especially if you're on the blue team. It's kind of a no-brainer for me. The rule of cool applies, and I'm so glad that they're adding 90 neutral colors into the attacker and defenders. That's going to be awesome. But yeah, the new samurai hero is on the horizon, so I'm expecting to get, you know, some hints and stuff leading up to that reveal on the 25th. But yeah, things are about to get really, really cool and really, really fun around here. But that is the end of the video, guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. I love reading and replying to all your comments down below. And feel free to check out my Discord and Twitter. There is a link down below in the description box for both of those as well. The Discord is a great way for me to talk to you guys outside the YouTube comments section. And of course, the Twitter is a great way for you guys to get a notification whenever a video is being uploaded, because YouTube is a bit weird sometimes. And if you like this video and you like what I'm doing here on the channel and you want to support the channel further, feel free to check out my Patreon. There'll be a link down below in the description box, and a link will pop up at the end of the video. And if you choose to donate, it is greatly appreciated. And a big shout out to my current patrons whose names you've been seeing in the background. Just wanted to say thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot. And please share this video around, it does help me out a fuck ton. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.